Come on in, everybody. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. Do you know where your fly lady is? She's 2 minutes after three with her book. So get on in here. Get on. Take a seat. Let's get started. Let's get started. There's somebody. Let me get the chat up. Let me get the chat up. Just everything's calmed down around here. Robert's gone to see Mr. Charles. He's gone up the mountain to see his old friend. When we met, he had been playing chess with Mr. Charles for 22 years. And Robert was in his 40s and I was early 40s. And he said, I've been playing chess with him on our first date. He told me that. 22 years. And he's just, I mean, when we got engaged, he said, you know, we can't get married until Charles and Jeanette, God rest her soul, approve of you. Because they were his. Robert didn't have a father. Well, his father died when he was 10 years old, and he didn't remember much about him. And so Charles has been like a dad to Robert, and Robert's been like a son to him. And now Charles is in his 90s, and his memory's not what it needs to be. And they can't play chess anymore, but he goes up every Thursday and they sit on the back porch with a dog in their lap or a dog beside them and hummingbirds at the hummingbird feeders, and they just have a good time. They just enjoy each other's company. I don't know if they talk much, but Charles knows he's there. That's all that matters. Okay, folks, I'm crying again. I'm just thankful he may not realize Mr. Nance died. They were childhood sweethearts. Anyway, we're in day 15 of the Chaos to Clean book. Day 15. Add making your bed to your morning routine. Each room has a shiny sink, so go make your bed. And here's the testimonial. Dear Fly Lady, a couple of weeks. Well, I better get my magnifying glass out. With tears in my eyes, it's hard to read. With a couple of weeks of delay, I was able to master the habit, making the bed every day. If the truth be told, it was nice to enter the bedroom in the evening and be welcomed by a calm, relaxed atmosphere. It does require some discipline, though. I get up about an hour before my dear husband, and it requires me to consciously go back into the room before leaving the house to make the bed, but I'm loving it. Do you know what happened this morning? I went back to our room and found the bed all made up by my husband. I texted him just a couple of XOXO. My guess he doesn't even realize why I did that. Thanks, Fly Lady. I have to admit, I've been skeptical that all of this blessing my house would be returned to me by family members. But hey, it seems to have started. Baby steps. Fly Baby C in Belgium. Isn't that precious? Isn't that just precious? Just precious. And you got to get the clutter out of your bedroom. Uh, the other part of this day 15, it's amazing how a made bed can change the look and feel of your bedroom. There can be hot spots on the nightstands and aw- dressers burning away, but the bed is made and the whole room feels and looks less cluttered. The bed in your bedroom is what the shiny sink is to your kitchen. If the sink is empty and shining, the whole kitchen feels better. The same applies to our beds. If if the bed is made instead of the sheets and the bedspread being all a tangled mess, it changes the way you feel when you're in the room. It's hard to make the bed when we don't feel good about how the bed looks. Maybe it's time to make your bed remodel. Take a hard look at your bed and the bed linens to see what changes or improvements you can make. So, do you need to get a new mattress topper for your bed to make it? Maybe your mattress is old, and a lot of us can't afford uh, to buy a new mattress. They're expensive, but you could get a mattress topper. They got them on Amazon. You can go to mypillow.com and get one of. He's got a brand new mattress topper, and we've been using his mattress toppers for years. I mean, years. Maybe you need fresh pillows. Maybe you need to wash your pillows. If you've got a my pillow, they go in the wash machine and in the dryer. In fact, you have to put them in the dryer when you first get them to fluff them up. Maybe you need to spruce up your linens. Maybe you've got some linens that you've been saving for good. Well, it's time to pull them out, put them through the wash machine, get them nice and wonderful smelling. Maybe hang them out on a clothesline, and put on some new sheets. Sister Patty's not here, y'all. She needed to lie down, and she had a little headache. But and remind me to talk to you about that. Look at your bedroom and just think about what you can do. Maybe you need to go shopping in your own linen closet. I think you're right, Kim. He does have lots of coupon codes. He advertises a lot. The different coupon codes tells if you see him on Fox News or Fox Business or wherever you see one of his commercials. Amanda Grace runs commercials for him, and there's always a coupon code for Amanda Grace to My Pillow. A lot of people run Kim Clement Ministries. They have a coupon code with them. So look at any of those websites and you can find a coupon code. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but he's got them. He's got them everywhere. And those coupon codes, he looks at these statistics all the time. He calls them stats. He analyzes where is he getting his bang for his buck. Anyway, Sister Patty had a little headache this afternoon. I told her to drink a glass of water and go to bed. Just lie down. She said she was going to lie down. And Robert's been having a weird temple headache when the arm of his glasses touches. And, I've never really had a headache. Well, 3 days ago, I started having this weird little temple. It wasn't a headache, but it was a little discomfort. And so I do what I always do. I ask God to heal it and rebuked anything that was attacking me. And I'm sitting there very quiet in my prayer, and I just, I feel that the good Lord is saying, "You've not been drinking your water." He called me out. So I went and filled up my big water bottle, and I sipped on that. And I'd been seeing Miss Barbara O'Neill on shorts on YouTube for many years, and I remembered something she said. If you've got swelling in your hands and feet and legs, it might be that your cells aren't grabbing the water. And that before you take us, and she just teaches taking sips of water, not drinking big gallons of water, but just taking sips. She says, get a little granule of Celtic salt, just a little granule of salt, and put that on your tongue and let it dissolve, and then drink your water. Now, how cool is that? Just a little grain of salt. Well, it's a little crystal of salt, and it helps everything to work together. I drank that water over the next 3 or 4 hours, just not big gulps at a time, but just a sip at a time and a grain of salt at a time, or a little crystal of salt at a time, and my headache went away. It wasn't a headache, it was just a little, I just felt like I need to take my glasses off, and I praise God in all of it. He gets all the glory for it. Well, last night as Robert was going to bed, sometimes he'll wear his glasses on the side of his ear and not really on his head because of the discomfort. And I guess God wanted me to feel that discomfort and and take in the remedy for it. And so as Robert was going to bed, and I'm always up another hour or so after he goes to bed. I got to get really sleepy or I'm going to lay there all night. Well, it's Celtic salt. And I don't salt is salt, but it's not like it's Morton salt that it's been processed. It's just been chopped up. This is just a sample I have had for a very long time. Salt never goes bad. And this is French gray salt. It's a coarse grain salt. But I bought some Celtic salt that I keep by my computer, and I got a little tiny salt shaker. But she says it has like 82 minerals in it. And I buy Redmond salt out of Utah, which is from the Great Salt Lake area, which is a salt flat. And they mine their salt underground. Anyway, folks, I just thought, I told Robert about it. He said, that's interesting because Robert doesn't, he drinks tea and he drinks a little water at lunch, and then he drinks, and you can't tell how much water he's drinking at lunch because he drinks it out of the water faucet. And he drinks coffee in the morning. So I don't know how much water he's getting. It's not my job to know how much water he's getting. But staying hydrated is important to our bodily functions. And you don't want to overdo it. You want it to be slow and steady to get into your system. Slow and steady. What kind of salt? It's just the salt I have is from Redmond, Utah, and they call it Celtic salt. Redmond Salt Company, but you can order the salt, and it goes a long way. But we need salt. We need water. We need air. Those are the main things we need. We need food, but we don't need as much food as we think we do. Well, that is day 15, y'all. Day 15. Thanks, Sage and Julie, for helping me when Patty's not here. You help me when Patty is here, but we're just a big old happy family here, y'all. We love each other. We want everybody to have the same success that we've had. So, folks, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. If you get a pain, think about, just pray on it. What is that pain from? And ask God to heal it. And sometimes God will just pop you right upside the head and say, have you been drinking? You've not been drinking your water. So, folks, we got to listen to our bodies. We got to listen to the Holy Spirit. We got to listen to the good Lord when He puts it on your heart. And I tried an experiment. And that weird sensation on the side of my head went away. Went away. So God gets all the glory from it. Don't ignore things. And I've shared something over on our community page on YouTube. Go listen to Marie at Homestead Heart. Her husband was given 3 watermelons. And they love watermelon. And they grow watermelon. And she puts up watermelon into some kind of treats. I don't know what she does. But she ate one bite of a watermelon that was given to her husband at work from one of their clients that comes in. He had a whole truck full of them, and it set her mouth on fire. Literally set her mouth on fire. And she got this chalkiness in the roof of her mouth. And she had a friend who told her to drink pineapple juice. Pineapple has bromine or something in it that can counteract stuff. And she cans pineapple. So she opened up a couple of jars of her canned pineapple, which is a delicacy for her for making pineapple upside down cake and different things. And she didn't want to use it all, but she opened up 2 of the jars and she sipped on the juice of the pineapple, which helped her tongue, but it didn't change the roof of her mouth. She doesn't know what caused this. They're organic farmers. They don't use anything. They eat very clean. They grow what they eat and they eat what they grow. She's the one that says, grow your groceries. And she is diligently, she's a grandmother and she's been putting away groceries her whole life, canning and preserving and freezing and drying. She does it all. And she is an amazing, I think she's young because she's younger than I am, but she's doing this for her family. And she ate something and it made her sick for 3 days. She probably should have gone and had her stomach pumped. And she doesn't know if some crop duster accidentally dusted this man's farm but he was selling these watermelon to the public. Can you imagine selling something that made somebody sick? This was given to them. So y'all be careful out there. Be careful. I don't want you to be the cupbearer that has to test the stuff, but the chickens wouldn't even eat. They wouldn't even give them to their chickens. And the flies and the fruit flies that are in the house, she's putting up peaches right now, so she's got fruit flies. They wouldn't even land on this watermelon. And she left it out so her husband could see it. And he was going to try to find out if there was a certain chemical that got put on this watermelon. and he was going to tell this farmer about it. He wasn't going to complain to him, but just warn him that something wasn't right. So y'all be aware. Something's out there, and you don't want to be the guinea pig for it. So as Marie says, of homestead heart, grow your groceries. And now she's getting ready for many people on the internet are getting ready for their fall gardens. I know Tracy from Just Dig It Farms, she's getting excited about her fall garden. So folks, fall gardens are fun. Turnips, turnip greens. I'm trying to think what all we used to plant. We used to plant our onions in the fall and harvest them in the spring. Anyway, y'all, tomorrow we're going to do day 16. Read a morning musing. Are any of y'all moving to a new place? I've been just feeling the urge to talk to you about moving. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about some tips for moving. And the biggest tip I can give you if you're moving is don't move anything you don't love. Don't do it. And I'll tell you a story about Miss Mary Ann. Y'all be good, kind, and sweet. Say a little prayer for my sister's headache. I love you all. I'll see you later. Bye.